But acclaimed musician Roger Waters calls on people to demonstrate in Australia to defend Julian Assange. World-acclaimed musician and songwriter Roger Waters has sent the following endorsement of the demonstrators that the Socialist Equality Party in Australia has called in March to demand that Australian government immediately act to secure the freedom of Wikileaks publisher Julian Assange. The rally in Sydney will be addressed by respected journalist and documentary filmmaker John Pilger. Roger Waters was a founding member of the band Pink Floyd in 1965 and has maintained a successful solo career since 1985. He's an outspoken opponent of injustice, defending Julian Assange, condemning the mistreatment of the Palestinian people, and opposing U.S.-led imperialist wars and interventions. Over recent weeks, he has opposed the attempted U.S.-backed coup in Venezuela. So here's what he has to say about that. This is Roger Waters speaking. Julian Assange is a national Australian treasure. He is a brilliant, brave, honest, humane, relevant, genuine journalist and publisher of immense influence and significance on the world stage. He has shown himself to be an enormous power for good in a world that is sadly, with some notable... He has shown himself to be an enormous power for good in a world that is sadly, with some notable exceptions, starved of his ilk. What Julian Assange is, as a publisher of real news, is a real hero. What he is not is a criminal. His initiative, Wikileaks, helped expose to the world the hidden machinations of the real criminals in our society, the oligarchs, who in their insatiable quest for more and more wealth would destroy the fragile planet we call home. That's well said. That's very well said. Good for Roger Waters. It's amazing how people are just ignoring Julian Assange and what he's going through. It's amazing how they'll tone police. They'll do these big reports where like we were at an event and people chanted CNN sucks at us. Our feelings are hurt. Let's turn the cameras off now because there's other people that want autographs. Oh, so you mean you're part of the press and some people like you and some people don't? You're at a political event and you're part of the press. Some people like you, some people don't. That's newsworthy. And you're going to highlight the people that don't to play the victim. You're going to go crying on Twitter when the White House tells you to turn your cameras off and all of you like sheep say okay. Remember when that happened? Remember in the White House press briefing, the Trump administration told the entire press to turn their cameras off? They all did. Every single person sitting in that room should have lost their job, no exceptions. Every single person should have been fired. If we had a real news structure in this country, which we don't have one. If we did, all of them would have lost their jobs, bar none. Meanwhile, there's a real atrocity going on against press freedom, and it's what's happening to Julian Assange. And nobody's doing anything. When Randy Creditcrow spoke up for Julian Assange at a press dinner, they kicked him out. And nobody reported it. Nobody even reported it. Nobody even mentioned, hey, there's someone here that actually cares about what's happening to a publisher. So good for Roger Waters. It's a shame that that more people with his platform aren't speaking out, but maybe this will lead to more.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you wanna know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you wanna know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your